Good evening, televiewers, and welcome to this latest edition of our newscast on RETVC. Our top story: Christian Missionary Fellowship International held the National Convention of Cameroon from the 23rd to the 26th of January 2025 in Koume. Thousands gathered on this occasion to receive a word from the Lord through his servant, Pastor Theodore Anduse. The convention was themed "A Strong Work for a Lofty Nation." Ladies and gentlemen, that was the headline. Stay tuned for the details. The Cameroon National Convention effectively took place from the 23rd to the 26th of January 2025. Thousands gathered for this event themed "A Strong Work for a Lofty Nation." The reports.
The 23rd January marks the date of the beginning of the long-awaited event, which is the National Convention of the Leaders in Cameroon. Buses coming from 22 spiritual provinces in Cameroon successfully arrived Koume, the headquarters of Christian Missionary Fellowship International. On arrival, the brethren are thankful to God for safe journey and at the same time feeling happy to meet each other as they are received by the committees in charge of registration, lodging, and feeding.
Et j'ai été vraiment reçu, j'ai été très content, très fier de l'accueil. Et vraiment, j'ai trouvé les frères et sœurs qui sont venus nous accueillir.
At 5 p.m., the hall reserved for this event was full with participants, feeling so happy to have honored this appointment. The choir led the brethren to praise and celebrate the Lord by hand clapping and shouts of victory. Pastor Jean Didier Wachiye, the national leader, was the coordinator of the meeting this evening. He led the saints to give thanks to the Lord for his goodness to the church and to individuals. Special prayers of thanksgiving were raised to the Lord for bringing into existence the convention, which is a determinant encounter for the accomplishment of the 5-year goals and the launching of the year of Jubilee, the 50th year of the existence of our ministry. The goal will certainly be accomplished, proclaimed the orator, while recalling the objectives of 100,000 prayer and thanksgiving sieges across the nation, as well as 10 million disciples and 800,000 leaders of all categories this year.
A strong work for a lofty nation was the theme of the Cameroon National Convention of Christian Missionary Fellowship International. The convention was held from the 23rd to the 26th of January 2025. Over 6,000 participants from diverse parts of Cameroon gathered for the said event. Pastor Theodore Anduse, leader of Christian Missionary Fellowship International, called upon the saints to a work that is strong numerically, financially, spiritually, and in many other domains.
The theme of this convention,
le thème de cette convention,
a strong work for a lofty nation.
C'est une œuvre forte pour une nation exaltée.
A strong work for a lofty nation.
Une œuvre forte pour une nation exaltée.
We are to give God a strong work.
Nous devons donner à Dieu une œuvre forte.
Numerically strong.
Forte sur le plan numérique.
Spiritually strong.
Forte spirituellement.
Financially strong.
Forte financièrement.
So that God may give us a lofty nation.
Afin que Dieu puisse nous donner une nation exaltée.
He explained that in so doing, the Lord will make Cameroon a lofty nation. However, to achieve this, the leader explained further that there must be the massive and public preaching of the gospel alongside a life of integrity. Drawing from Numbers chapter 18 verses 1 to 7, Pastor Theodore encouraged the saints to be at rest as they preach the gospel, for the Lord has planned provision for the work to be done. The leader also warned against the mode of life of believers using the maxim, "As goes the church, so will go the nation." Further joined his inspiration from Micah chapter 3, verses 9 to 12, Pastor Theodore warned against fraud in financial matters, elucidating the fact that if believers lack integrity in financial affairs, it will produce corruption in the nation.
We shall pray also
Nous allons aussi prier
that all the leaders in our ministry
pour que tous les dirigeants dans notre ministère
and all the churches
et toutes les églises
will practice financial integrity
puissent pratiquer l'intégrité financière
so that we may break the economic stagnation of our nation.
afin que nous puissions casser la stagnation économique de notre nation.
You are the light of the world.
Vous êtes la lumière du monde.
As the church does, so the nation will do.
Tel que va l'Église, tel va aussi aller la nation.
Even if the leaders
Si les dirigeants
do not have financial integrity,
n'ont pas l'intégrité financière,
they have prophesied corruption to their nation.
ils auront prophétisé la corruption à leur nation.
In other words, the church determines the pathway of the nation. Furthermore, talking about the Christian life, the leader called upon the saints to believe that Christ has the power to deliver from sin and keep one pure, and that the relationship with Christ has the potential to make a man perfect. He encouraged the saints to exaggerate in praises in their homes, churches, and in sieges. He explained that some praises release angels who come with answers. The National Convention of Cameroon, held from the 23rd to the 26th of January 2025, gathered over 6,000 people from the various spiritual provinces in Cameroon. The delegates to the convention were warmly welcomed and lodged.
J'étais très content, très fier de l'accueil. Et vraiment, j'ai trouvé les frères et sœurs qui sont venus nous accueillir de tous points. Ça m'a beaucoup marqué, si bien que j'ai encore appelé d'autres frères par derrière que venez. D'autres ont dit même qu'ils vont. Je les ai dit la façon dont on nous a accueillis. D'autres ont dit, il y a mes sœurs qui ont dit qu'ils vont venir même samedi matin.
Daily slots of the event included morning sessions coordinated by Pastor Jean de Dieu Wachi, leader of the work in Cameroon. The afternoon sessions were moments where the leader of Christian Missionary Fellowship International communicated his burden to the saints. The evening sessions were set aside for accountability, specifying the number of leaders and believers who have added in the last 1 year. So far, a total of 216,756 new disciples have added within 1 year, bringing the number of saints in Cameroon to 3,628,000 and the number of leaders to 47,767.
Gloire à Dieu. Amen. Le Seigneur, à travers nous,
The Lord brought with us.
il nous a donné,
He has given us
216 750 nouveaux disciples en 2024. Donne le pouce au Seigneur. Donne le pouce au Seigneur. Alléluia. Ce qui nous porte à
that takes us to
3 millions
3,628,459
disciples dans tout le Cameroun.
459 disciples in Cameroon.
Combien?
The last afternoon of the convention, Pastor Alphonse Tawed, leader of the headquarters spiritual province, seized the opportunity to brief the saints on the 9 resolutions adopted at the summit in Ivory Coast. He emphasized on the need for all the delegates to get abreast with the 9 resolutions in view of accomplishing the 5-year goal. The Third National Convention of Cameroon ended with the blessing of the saints by a body of elders. Also, prayers for journey mercies were raised unto God by Pastor Nicolas Aquin, Director of Headquarters. Thanks to the graciousness of Almighty God, the container of equipments from Germany finally arrived headquarters. These equipments will certainly help for the development of the headquarters site. Saints who witnessed its arrival expressed their joy. Julius Mbate once more reports.
The 25th of January 2025 at headquarters was marked with the arrival of carpentry machines and accessories from Germany. Within the container were 9 machines and 58 chairs for the university. Saints who witnessed the arrival of the equipment could not restrain from expressing their excitement by shouts of joy. Pastor Nicolas Aqua, the director of headquarters, led the excited brethren to thank the Lord for his provision. He also reminded the brethren of the promises the Lord had made to the Christian Missionary Fellowship International, CMFI.
Le Seigneur pour ce jour qui marque un pas de plus dans l'accomplissement du but et le développement du quartier général. Ensemble, bénissons.
Mr. Guylaine Lekeka, in charge of carpentry works at headquarters, expressed his gratitude alongside other brethren.
C'est juste un sentiment de joie qui nous anime en ce moment, comme vous l'avez constaté avec l'arrivée de ce conteneur de machines. Nous venons de recevoir des machines hyper sophistiquées pour faciliter notre travail. Donc je voudrais exprimer ma reconnaissance d'abord à l'endroit de nos frères d'Allemagne qui aiment le Seigneur et qui aiment leur quartier général et qui se sont investis pour que nous ayons ces machines. Ensuite, je vais exprimer ma reconnaissance à notre leader, le frère Théodore Ndossé, qui ne cesse de s'investir pour que nous soyons capacités pour pouvoir être très efficaces dans l'appel de Dieu sur notre vie. Donc, enfin, je vais remercier tous les frères qui sont venus se tenir avec nous pour recevoir ces machines. Je vais dire que l'arrivée de ces machines vient à point nommé, en ce sens que, vu la conjoncture où se trouve notre ministère actuellement, et par rapport à la phase 3, et vu les grands travaux que nous avons effectués, ces machines viennent à point nommé. Et avec ces machines, nous pourrons être très efficaces et très rapides dans tous les projets qui nous seront présentés. Et que toute la gloire revienne au Seigneur. Merci.
Glory be to God for his goodness to CMFI.
The first session of the World University of Prayer and Fasting for Children begins on the 6th of February 2025, and the 42-day session of the School of Knowing and Serving God begins on the 12th of February 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the close of our latest edition. Thanks for your kind attention. Stay tuned for more updates. God bless you.